Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a look fully with a Korean makeup from AliExpress or Yesstyle. I've been really curious to try their stuff, so I did a little shop and I collected a lot of stuff. We're first going to go in with this Nude keyboard eyeshadow palette, and I got the shade number 3. I love the aesthetic of this. It's very beautiful. I love that it looks like one of those really clicky computer keyboards that we all used to use in the 90s. But the pigmentation on this is very poor, I would say. It would definitely be good for someone who's a beginner in makeup, or maybe someone who's not very skilled at eyeshadow, because it does take a lot of product to really get some pigment, so you wouldn't be too worried about going in too hard and not knowing how to blend. So that's good if you're a beginner. But for me, I was a little disappointed. I mean, I'm still going to use it. It did turn out cute, but this palette from HOJO, the Art Silky eyeshadow palette, and I think this one's called the Dinner Party one. I love the packaging, like the aristocrat woman like oil painting, and then it flips open and it has all these beautiful matte and shimmers and a few glitters, and these were a lot better quality. Maybe not so much that like berry glitter that's like very cheap to me, but the rest was really nice. So I went in with a little bit of that rosy brown color and went over that crease where those browns kind of failed me, and I also highlighted my brow bone with the bone color just to help blend out the eyeshadow. The thing I really appreciate about Asian beauty is they really take their time on their packaging. Their packaging usually is so like kawaii, adorable, or like this oil painting one. They're just so detailed and stunning, whereas US packaging is just like kind of basic and boring. But again, like I said, some of the shadows were not very pigmented. You can see me trying to go in with that shimmer and it was pretty, but it wasn't the glitter that I wanted. So I went into that oil painting one with this shade, and it really brought the shine to my eyes. I was really impressed with that glitter. Very rose gold and sparkly. I didn't get an eyeliner today from there, but I'm going to use my AF94 backline eyeliner and Cowboy Code. And it's just like a nice brown felt tip waterproof eyeliner. One of my favorite brown eyeliners. We're just going to do a soft little espresso bean brown wing. You could have left it without, but I always do a little wing. It just really enhances my eyes. And I thought it would go really nice with the eyelashes I was going to be using. We're going in with the Brow Super Brow Pen, and it creates really like realistic eyebrow strokes. I got the shade number 3, which is a very perfect tone for my hair and my eyebrows, because my eyebrows and my hair are very cool toned. But I'm gonna have to do some more practice with this. I was looking at the instructions on the website, and I was definitely holding it wrong, because I felt like nothing was coming out, and then when it did, it looked gross. Like I was like, what is that? No. So it's definitely gonna just take practice for me, because I feel like this would be super good for someone who has maybe less hairs than I do. Maybe it's because my eyebrows are so full, but I feel like this would even be kind of fun to try doing like my lower lash line with, just to like make it look like I have like little doll lashes, like longer shadowed underneath there. I haven't tried that yet, but I did get this to work. It says it's a long wear eyebrow tint, and I do think it really wore pretty well. I also didn't get a brow gel. I'm just using that Schwarzkopf styling gel that I put in a little tub, and I'm just going to run through my brows with that, which I do feel like that kind of helped the eyebrow pen situation. I also didn't get a mascara, which I regret, because there seems to be like a lot of really fun colors on there. Like they had a gray, and I don't think I've ever seen a gray mascara. So I just went in with my Wet n Wild Care Bear collection one. It's actually a super beautiful, light and fluffy mascara. I'm going in with these eyelashes. They are 7 pairs of the 3D Manga lashes, and they have a clear band, so it's very invisible on the eye, so you don't have to worry about really thick band, and it's uncomfortable, and you don't have to wear a liner if you don't want to. But I did, because I'm a cat eye girly. But I loved how vampy these are. They're kind of spiky, more separated, but had a really beautiful fluttery cat eye edge where it really enhanced that outer eye and elongated it. I thought they were really beautiful, and I did go in and put 2 pairs on because I'm dramatic. 1 looked good, but 2 looked better. I didn't get a primer. I just went with my e.l.f. Good Vibes Only Pore Smoothing Primer, one of my favorites. And I mixed in this BB cream from Milky Piggy. It has 50 SPF, and then I mixed in my Superstay skin tint because the Milky Piggy is so pale and kind of gray toned. And then this is, I would say my skin tone maybe a little darker, so I figured the mix of the 2 would be really good. And the combo of the 2 was so beautiful. Glass skin, very juicy, didn't look too cakey. I really enjoyed the finish on this. It really gave that K-beauty glass skin vibe. We're going in with this Gigi Bear concealer. You'll have to watch the packaging. It did come out pretty fast, and again, it was a lot paler than I expected. I got fair number 2. I used this little puff, finger puff that I also got in this haul. I'll show you later. This is a different one, but I really liked how little it was and precise. The concealer was super hydrating. I feel like if I kept it on, it could be really full coverage, but I did wear this and I did work out in it, and I went on a walk. And I will say the setting powder that I used in the Judydoll compact that has like a little concealer and a powder did not do a good job. It looked pretty creasy and filled in my lines pretty bad. This little thing, that's where the little sponge came from. The concealer is a little too dark for me. It could definitely be a color corrector, and this is those little finger puffs. I highly recommend these. You get like a pack of like 10 for like a few dollars. It's also the good thing about that site is it's pretty inexpensive depending on what you get. Like those lashes I think were $3, but I did think at first that powder did do a very good blurring and added a little bit more coverage to the under eye. I think this is something I would pack in my bag for touch-ups throughout the day, but not something I would rely on for like the full day. Like I would set with like my favorite Kosas powder, and then I'd bring this with me because it has a little mirror and it has a little powder and a little puff in there, and that's very convenient, but it did not wear well on me, or at least it didn't help. I'm gonna have to keep testing it to see if it was the concealer or the powder, but initially it looked pretty good. I did set the rest of my face with my Closest Cloud Set in the shade Breezy, just to set it all down, and then I did my typical contouring with the Kaleidos Symphony Contour Trio in Light. They had a bunch of beautiful contours on there that I wanted to get, but I'm trying not to shop too much, and I had a fair amount of Korean beauty stuff, Asian beauty stuff already, so. And they have more than just makeup. I got these cloud, it looks like a trapped cloud in a blue sphere earring that I'm wearing in the video, and they have homeware, they have clothes, they have everything you could ever imagine. I'm going in with this Etude House face color in this shade number 5, Tight Shading Corset. I love that name, but it's a nice warm toned, kind of yellow toned bronzer, and I forgot how pretty this bronzer is. I got this forever ago, but you can get this on Yesstyle, AliExpress. Etude House is a very like popular Asian beauty brand. My friend Casey was just in Japan, and she said she went into an Etude House store, and that she said she saw a bunch of them. I picked up 2 blushes from CBE Highlight, which it says highlight, but it's definitely more of a metallic shimmer blush. You can use these on your eyes or your face. I loved the outer packaging, but I really loved the pan embossing. It looked just like a Grecian woman. I'm really into like art, so obviously because I went to art school, but I love any sort of fun packaging like that. I first went in with that bronzy pumpkin orange shade, and if you have texture you might not like this because it is pretty metallic, but I happen to love like a shimmer blush, so I thought it added some really fun warmth. And then I just took a little bit of the pink and added it to the front for a nice little ombre, and if it's too much, just take your powder brush and run it over to buff out those shimmers so it's a little bit more dyed down. And you really don't need a highlighter with this one, but I decided to still go in with the one that I bought, and it's the Creative Light Bulb highlight in the shade number 1 Water Champagne. It's your basic shimmer champagne gold, but where the eyeshadow is lacking, this is packing because it is so intense, very alien slut, as Teresa's dad would say. Like, you're beaming from space. I was shocked. So if you want like a very 2016 highlighter where it's like super intense, go for this. I love that still, but if it's too intense, just really buff it in circular motions like I'm doing to really buff out those pearls so it really helps die down. I always see the Asian girlies putting like this like very soft glitter underneath their eyes, so I wanted to get these Gukami diamond eyeliner pens. They're waterproof, long lasting, and it's basically just like a liquid felt tip with very like fine glitter. I was using this like white pearl in my inner eye, and then I was putting it under my eye too, and I gotta say, I was struggling. Later I was able to really get more product out, so maybe it was just because it was new and not coming out all the way, but I was not impressed at first. But I would say probably skip these just because there's so many other brands of like liquid glitter eyeliners, like Moira Beauty, which you could get a full pigment but also dye it down if that's what you're looking for. So I just ended up highlighting the rest with that light bulb. I did get a lip liner because I feel like it's a lip liner. How different could it be? So I just went in with my Realm Beauty one on the Borderline lip liner in IQ, and I just outlined my lips. And then I loved the packaging of this lipstick. It's from Novo Beauty, and it's a retro green velvet matte lipstick in number 28, and it's very beautiful. The packaging is like almost like a faux leather. The lipstick lasted pretty well all day. It's kind of an orange rusty red, super bright, super pretty, and I was worried at first this wasn't going to look good with the eye look, but it looks super great. Very fall, I would say. But this glow up is so be a nice little summer, end of the summer makeup, and I did wear this for the rest of the day and it wore really well. It's obviously not going to be like a transfer proof, but I really love the packaging and it would be really cute in your purse. And again, I love beautiful vintage inspired packaging. If you really take your time on the packaging and the formula is good, you got me. But here is the completed look. I was pretty happy with it. These lashes are really growing on me. I love how fluffy they are at the end, and I was pretty much impressed with most things. There were some duds, but I think that's to be expected with any makeup brand, and I'm definitely looking forward to trying out more products. So if there's any ones you've seen or have that you really love and you want me to see them try them out, let me know. Don't forget to have a beautiful day and night wherever you are, and know that you're loved. Bye!